Hi everyone, I'm meteorologist Rusty McCranie and welcome to Weather Express. It's your weather in 5 minutes. Start the clock. Friends, the heat continues to be a huge story across the eastern half of the United States. All of the areas in orange from Texas all the way up into New England are under heat advisories. A lot of feels like temperatures today will be at or above 105 degrees. Actual air temperatures are already climbing in the mid and the upper 90s in a lot of spots. We're going to get some cooling thunderstorms in these areas, but a lot of this is going to be about just how hot it will be the remainder of the day. Now, thunderstorms are breaking out, and these will be severe in portions of the Great Lakes in the upper Midwest. I'm going to bring on the current warnings that are into play right now with the radar. So anywhere that you see a red polygon, those are going to be severe thunderstorm warnings. We've actually even had a couple of tornado warnings here all the way up I-75. You can see those purple polygons, far northern sides of Michigan. Thunderstorms will break out through the remainder of Michigan into the southern sides of Wisconsin, portions of Illinois and Indiana, then back into the northern sides of Missouri and Iowa. These are the spots that will have the biggest chance for severe storms for today. The areas in yellow, that's a 2 out of 5 with the Storm Prediction Center risk, those slight risk areas in yellow. Marginal risk will extend all the way back down into the panhandle of Texas and then along the high plains of the Intermountain West as thunderstorms will likely develop there. Now, of course, when you're talking about those areas, you're also going to be looking at some large hail threats for the Casper area on over towards Denver and the panhandle of Oklahoma and Texas as well. To the northeast and the New England area that we go, again, current temperatures right now, even into the Ohio Valley, upper 80s, lower 90s. When we factor in the humidity, this is what it really feels like outside right now. That's the heat index. And again, it's really oppressive in the Ohio Valley right now. Some exceptional numbers in areas that, typically don't see this kind of heat. But over the last couple of hours, look at these numbers rise into the triple digits in a lot of spots. Obviously, we have that kind of heat a lot here in the southeast. And again, just over the last couple of hours, a lot of numbers, 105 to 110, and unfortunately will still climb for today as well. Scattered showers and thunderstorms expected for Florida today on the heels of our broad spin, which is in the north central Gulf. Now, we still have this yellow area from the National Hurricane Center. They're highlighting a 10% chance of tropical development. So the bottom line is we're not expecting tropical development to this turn into a depression or a tropical storm, but look at the rain beginning to spread in. Now, of course, this breaks the heat along the I-10 corridor, but this could also come with the opportunity for some flooding from the Pensacola area, Mobile, Biloxi, New Orleans, on over towards Houston and Galveston. So, areas along the immediate Gulf Coast here need to be aware over the next couple of days of some potential for excessive rainfall with that broad spin. Few showers in the Intermountain West. Otherwise, it's an absolutely lovely day out towards the Pacific coast. So I'm going to bring on the infrared satellite imagery here. And again, not only is it high and dry, but there's hardly a cloud in the sky. Temperatures there are again on the warmer side. So the heat, a big story, and the opportunity for some severe storms a little bit later in the day. At this point in time, there are no actual warnings to deal with. But when we look at the local storm reports, I do want you to note that over the last couple of hours, we've had excessive rainfall in portions of Minnesota and the northern sides of Wisconsin and towards the UP of Michigan. Those are all the green icons of flood threat there. All right, so back out to the big picture. We're going to bring on our HUR bottle. That's our high resolution rapid refresh. Spin it up over the next 48 hours. We'll start in the Gulf Coast and what's going to be happening again with this 10% chance of development. Now, there is a mid-level spin associated with this, but more than likely it's just not going to become a low-level center and a true tropical system, but you can see some of the heavier rain it's going to bring coastal Alabama, interior and central southern sections of Mississippi, New Orleans, all the way up to I-10, and again back down towards Houston and Galveston. Even Corpus Christi could get on some heavier rainfall before it finally dissipates. Then we look at the opportunity for severe storms, which will be highest in the southern and central plains, through the upper Midwest and into the Great Lakes. Rounds of storms coming through. Biggest impacts will be winds of 60 to 70 miles an hour. But on the leading edge of this, we can get some rotation. And we've had a few tornado warnings over the last couple of days, and that is likely again. Eventually, some of these storms will work their way into the Ohio Valley. So places like Indianapolis and Columbus and Toledo will start to see better rain chances. Fast-moving showers to try and cool things off for places like Buffalo, Syracuse, and Albany. Boston can catch a couple of showers as well. Southeast, it's really all about a few storms in Florida today and tomorrow, and then spinning everything off towards the west. The Saharan air layer comes back into the southeast with extremely hot conditions there. You live in Oklahoma City, you live in Wichita, you're going to have strong to severe storms. And out west, things are relatively quiet, a little bit of a spin coming back on shore, but there's not a lot in the way of any big rain chances there. Risk for severe storms for tomorrow. Again, you can see the leading edge of this. So now you're looking at places like Philadelphia up towards the Boston area, including New York City being under a slight risk for severe storms for your Friday. So we could have some wind gusts there that could cause some problems. And then for Saturday's risk, again, back into the upper Midwest and the Ohio Valley to try and break some of that heat. When we quickly take a look at the rainfall totals over the next several days, again, Gulf Coast states and the areas that I've just mentioned, even into the western Great Lakes, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 inches of rain. Friends, I'm out of time. I appreciate you making Weather Express a part of your daily routine. Again, it's a 5-minute video. We're not going to waste your time. Thanks so much for liking and subscribing. You guys have a great rest of your day. And I'm back tomorrow with your latest 5-minute forecast.